Hey, Anthony, you've always been careful to say you're not super interested in the stuff about MVP, DPOY, individual awards. But your new coach, JJ Redick, did bring up that he has those kind of thoughts about what your season could bring. Coming off the success with Team USA, coming off your last two seasons individually and as a team, what is your mindset coming into play for JJ alongside the rest of the guys and as you pursue a prime season for yourself?
Just continue to do what I've been doing. Obviously the main focus is staying healthy and staying on the floor. The rest, as far as individual accolades and things like that, I just let it take care of itself. I don't stress too much over that. It's not like I'm in consideration for things anyway. I don't know how, but I don't let that bother me. I just go out there and play basketball and focus on our team wins. And if we're able to, get enough of those and play very well at a high level as a unit, I'm pretty sure that stuff will happen. But that's not my focus.
AD, I've got a quick one for you and a bigger picture one. How are you feeling after your summer? A little bit of a different thing with the Olympics. And then secondly, this roster. It's basically the same as last year. What needs to change for the result to be different with this group?
I feel good. Felt great all summer, obviously in the Olympics. But as far as the roster question, just health, to be honest. I mean, Gabe missed a big part of last season. Vando missed a huge part of last season. So I think health is just, Chris Seawood, missed last season, most of last season with his injury. So I think just health. I think, we did a good job, obviously. Even in the playoffs, we just weren't able to finish games. But, having some of our key players that we needed down the stretch not being available just kind of hurt us. So I think, health would be the biggest thing for us to really get a great feel of what we can do with this team and see what we can be.
Hey, D. JJ's talked about using you more as like a playmaking hub around the elbows and top of the arc. What have those conversations been like with his vision for your offensive role, and how comfortable are you stepping up and just having the ball more at the top of the key?
Yeah, I've always been comfortable in that role. Every team that I've played on, or going back to New Orleans, have always caught the ball in the middle of the floor, just kind of directing the offense and things like that. So that would be nothing new. But as far as conversations, we had a couple. Obviously, busy summer and things like that. But I'm pretty sure our conversation would be a little bit more, in depth as the season has now started. We can able to get on the floor and kind of go over things, talking, communicating about how we want things to work, what I like, what I don't like, what he likes, what he envisions, and kind of build around that, especially with the roster that we have. So, but I'm very comfortable with having the ball and playmaking from anywhere on the floor.
AD, Rob mentioned a couple of months ago that you chose to be heavily involved in the coaching search, which led to JJ being hired. What stuck out to you about JJ? What did you know about him as a competitor? What have you learned about him in the past couple of months in the player-coach relationship now?
JJ played the game. He was able to. I didn't have many conversations with JJ actually. It was more just so with Rob, but Rob was telling me all these things about JJ, and obviously it was. I was giving my input on how I felt. Obviously, is different by him being a first-time coach and head coach, so that's a little different. But the principles that he was and the schemes that he wanted to bring into my organization just kind of stood out to me, and I kind of just relate that to Rob and let Rob kind of do his job from there.
Yeah, Jim Hill, Kick Hill Night. Good to see you again. How important is patience? Because you have a lot of variables this year. So how important is patience in getting everything the way that you want?
Patience is key. We're not going to rush anything. The good thing is we do have a lot of the same players back from last year, that continuity, so we're able to kind of speed roll some things. But then we also have a new coaching staff, which takes time, to get adjusted to that, the coaches to get adjusted to us. But we're focused on the details coming in and getting better each and every day, each practice, each shoot around, each preseason game right now, and, let the rest kind of take care of itself. But, we're not trying to skip any steps.
AD, you guys were a playing team the last couple of years, and the West is crowded, and in many ways, some would say it got even better in the off season. How do you kind of view your place in things, and how do you kind of focus on the necessary steps you mentioned, attention to detail, without kind of getting lost in the big picture?
Yeah, the West is tough. The West has always been tough. 1 through 15. So for us, we can't, like I said, get too excited for a win, too low for a loss. We have to come in and, stay even keel. Like I said, that continuity helps, building off last year with the team that we had. But I think if we're healthy and we're able to stay healthy throughout the entire season, we could be a top team in the West. The stuff that we're able to do on both ends of the floor, and then you add in Gabe and Vando and Seawood, I think that helps. But, if we get hit by the injury bug again, then it's going to be tough.
Hey, D, in what ways did the Olympic experience deepen your relationship with Bron, both on and off the court, just going through that together?
It was fun. It was good. Me and Bron already have a close relationship, so it's probably the first summer since I've been here that we've been together all summer. Obviously he's always doing his thing, I do mine. We got families in our own lives, and being around each other 6-7 months out of a year already, you kind of need your breaks, for sure. But it was fun to play basketball again. With the season that we had, obviously it was tough just because we felt like we should have won the first series. But to be able to get back on the floor, play with Bron and all the other guys that I was able to play with and win a gold medal, made it a fun summer.
AD, you just touched on it. LeBron as well as anybody in this building. What's it been like seeing him and Bronny here today as they kind of start this historic journey together?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's historic. It's powerful. Bronny's locker is across from mine, so every time I walk in, I see it's just still surreal to me that he, is on the same team as his dad, and I get to be a part of it and witness, each and every practice, each game, each moment that they have for at least this first year. So I can't wait till they step on the floor together, and officially make history. But it's been super dope to watch so far.
Hey, D, good to see you. As accomplished as you've been as a player defensively, what parts of that game do you think you don't get enough appreciation for?
All of it. Every part.
AD, did the Olympic experience give you something new in terms of your perspective and relationship with the game of basketball?
I've always never taken a game of basketball for granted, but being in a situation like that, obviously you never want to take that for granted. I think there's only 12 guys that get selected to play, for USA basketball in the Olympics, and that's every 4 years. So the fact that I was able to do it twice on the Olympic stage, I never take that for granted. Being, given the chance to play with, Bron, KD, Steph. Obviously, they're the older guys, and they're all on their way. I don't want to say on their way out, but heading that way. Who knows if they play in 28? Who knows if they retire before? Like, you just don't know. So, I think the appreciation of just playing, with the greatness of those guys, and that was, the rest of the guys on the team as well. Just got to appreciate that, each and every day.
AD, the load that you carry defensively is as big as anybody in the NBA. You're also expected to do a lot on offense. where can you use the most help for the team this year, defensively, inside, outside? Where are the places that you're looking to from a defensive standpoint?
From defense?
Yeah. Well, it could be anything because it's both ends, but.
And I just try to do what I can to help the team win. If that's being all over the floor, defensively, guarding 1 through 5, I'll do that. If JJ wants me to play 1 through 5 on offense, I'll do that. I don't try to, especially defensively, I don't try to rely on other guys, especially when it's a one-on-one matchup if I'm guarding the ball. Just because I take so much pride in defense that I don't think anyone should be getting around me, So, but also just knowing that I have guys behind me to help me in the event that does happen. But defensively, I take too much pride in myself on the defensive end to be like, hey, guys, I need y'all help. I try to, guard that, whoever the matchup is, one-on-one. And if they do get behind me or, something happens, then obviously the help is there. But, I just want us to be a top 5 team defense this year, and I'll be happy with that.
Awesome. All right. Hey, AD. This is Timothy Foster with News Channel 3 out in the Coachella Valley. We know that your first 2 games are going to be at Acrisure Arena out in the Coachella Valley. What does it mean to you and to the Lakers organization to start your preseason over there, especially that there's a lot of diehard Laker fans that, it might be a little too hard to make it all the way out to LA to watch you guys play. What would you kind of say to that, to those diehard fans and to playing out there?
Yeah, I mean, it's fun. Anytime we get a chance to go, play in another city, another arena that's not in your typical NBA city, it's Laker fans everywhere. So I remember my first year we went to go play in China, and fans everywhere. So that's when I really got the experience of Laker Nation, and to be able to play in Palm Springs where there's a lot of diehard Laker fans, like you said, that might not have opportunity to drive down to LA to watch. It's always fun to go out there and put on a show for them so they can enjoy our season as well.
AD, curious. This stage of your career, you've been through training camps X amount of times, one of the elite players in the league. What are areas still in your game that you're hoping to improve on at this stage of your career? Are there specific things you're looking forward to for this upcoming year for that?
I mean, just everything. Obviously, we have one of the best shooters to ever play in our head coach, JJ. So he's been on me all summer about shooting threes. Even in the Olympics, when I make a three, he had text me, that's what I want to see, and things like that. So, for him, it's definitely going to be just shooting more threes. But for me, I just try to work on everything. I mean, there's nothing, in my game that I can't polish or touch up. So, when I'm working out, I just try to hit every facet of my game. Yep.